नमस्कार, आदाब, सत श्री अकाल एंड वेलकम टू आवर न्यू शो डीप डाउन विद दीपांकर अहलावत। हमारे नेबरिंग कंट्री बांग्लादेश में पॉलिटिकल इंस्टेबिलिटी ऑल टाइम हाई पर है, लेकिन उसके रीजंस क्या हैं यही जानने के लिए आज ये पूरा एपिसोड हम लोग बना रहे हैं, क्योंकि उसकी जो रीजंस हैं वो लाई करते हैं एक्चुअली बांग्लादेश की हिस्ट्री और उसके कल्चर में। तो आज हमारे साथ जो गेस्ट हैं वो है मिस्टर एस अहलावत, जो कि फॉर्मर पार्लियामेंट्री ऑफिसर हैं टू द प्राइम मिनिस्टर, एंड यही हमें समझाएंगे कि बांग्लादेश की पॉलिटिकल इंस्टेबिलिटी आज इस सिचुएशन में क्यों है।
So I welcome your viewers
Thank you.
on a wide subject of emergency or emergent situation that has developed
Yes.
in Bangladesh
So
with resignation of Prime Minister Sheikh
सर, इससे पहले कि हम
शेख
आगे बढ़ें,
हसीना।
आई वुड लाइक टू नो, सबसे पहले तो हम शुरू करते हैं एंड पूरे पॉडकास्ट को हम लोग थोड़ा फॉर द व्यूअर्स हम उसको थोड़ा चैप्टर्स में काट कर रखते हैं,
हाँ,
जिससे कि उनके लिए एक बहुत इजी हो जाएगा इसको समझना, रादर देन अंडरस्टैंडिंग एक पूरा फ्लो, वो उसको एक पार्ट्स में समझ पाएंगे। सो सबसे पहले शुरू करते हैं हम बांग्लादेश की हिस्ट्री से। लेट अस स्टार्ट फ्रॉम 1905, जब बांग्लादेश का जब बंगाल का बंटवारा हुआ ईस्ट बंगाल और वेस्ट बंगाल में, तब क्या सिचुएशन थी?
Bengal has a very rich culture and language since old days. First, the East India Company came to Murshidabad in Bengal, and later on, after the Battle of Plassey and Battle of Buxar, the company established its rule with the capital at Murshidabad. Whatever, Raja Ram Mohan Rai came later, and he introduced education as part of Indian Renaissance, and this education was first introduced in Bengal. Therefore, the state of Bengal in those days were more conscious educationally, socially, and also economically. So Bengal over the years happened to get a very rich culture and very rich past. And because of all these circumstances, Bengal, the nationalist movements, including freedom movements, they had their origin from the beginning in Bengal. And while considering the strength of Bengal and according to their policy of divide and rule, Lord Curzon, he divided Bengal into East Bengal and West Bengal, which was opposed and protested by the Bengali population. Later on, when the Britishers failed to administer the two units of Bengal, they they again reunited it in 1911, in December 1911, and this announcement was made along with change of capital from Calcutta to Delhi in December 1911, that the West Bengal and East Bengal would be reunited into a joint Bengal. So this is how the things had taken place in those days. The circumstances took a different turn after that, and the policy of divide and rule was more effective and brought into force in a more powerful manner when there was some kind of thinking dividing the country into India and Pakistan. Pakistan had two separate states. Pakistan has two separate
So
units.
before we move on to the West and East Pakistan, let us talk about बांग्लादेश। जब ईस्ट और वेस्ट बंगाल बना तो उस टाइम पर सिचुएशन क्या थी? वर दे सेपरेटेड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ रिलीजन, वर दे सेपरेटेड ऑन द बेस ऑफ कल्चर या इकोनॉमिकली? क्योंकि जब हम ईस्ट जर्मनी और वेस्ट जर्मनी को देखते हैं, जब जर्मनी का जब डिवीजन हुआ ईस्ट और वेस्ट में, तो इट वाज बेसिकली इट वाज मोस्टली ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ आइडियोलॉजीज, कि एक कम्युनिस्ट हैं, एक कैपिटलिस्ट हैं, उनका दोनों के पूरे जो आइडियाज़ हैं वो कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट हैं। तो ईस्ट बंगाल और वेस्ट बंगाल क्यों बना था?
No, you see, it is a very important matter. When the Muslim League was founded by East Bengal people, Muslim League was more powerful in Bengal rather than in any other part of the uh, joint of India before 1947. So Bengalis have their more they were having more acceptability while in Pakistan. So the Pakistan was divided. In the western side, Punjab was divided into two, West Punjab and East Punjab. And on the east side, Bengal was divided as it was divided in 1905 and reunited in 1911. In that case, East Bengal was a separate unit with no borders, no connectivity with a country, West Pakistan, about with a distance of about 1600 kilometers from their borders. So this happened like this. But after creation of East Pakistan in East Bengal and West Pakistan in certain number of states like Punjab, Sindh, Balochistan and NWFP. So this is how the partition took place. But as soon as the two countries, as soon as the two units of Pakistan, they started their journey on 14th August 1947, there was a kind of very prominent and very discrimination against West Bengal because not West
Not
Bengal.
West Bengal, but
East Pakistan.
East Pakistan.
So East Pakistan was facing a discrimination in terms of economics, social, political, and other issues. So East Pakistan has more population. Population-wise, there were more in East Pakistan than the West Pakistan, and West Pakistan always had the fear that someday the East Pakistan people in East Pakistan would overpower them democratically with larger population and all.
Correct.
So a kind of discrimination started. Most of the resources in East Pakistan were being spent in West Pakistan. Islamabad, which did not exist before 1947, Islamabad,
Became the
capital of
capital.
Pakistan, was constructed with resources from East Pakistan. So there was a sense of disgruntlement that the sources of East Pakistan was being
Used by-
in West Pakistan. And before 1971, when Bangladesh emerged as a separate country, there was virtually no industry, no development, and there was a high sense of discrimination among us.
ठीक है 1971 में we all know 1971 war जो हुआ था around 91,000 soldiers were they surrendered to Indian army. What exactly happened that particular events? What were the events that took place? How was America involved? How was Russia involved? And how was India able to liberate Bangladesh? तो क्या हुआ था?
You see, the sense of separation or sense of discrimination East Pakistan by West Pakistan was not a prompt kind of emergency. It continued from immediately after the creation of East Pakistan. And initially, it started from language. So language and culture of Bengal was entirely different from that of West Pakistan. So what exactly happened that Jinnah, who was leader of both the Pakistan at that point of time, he went to Dhaka and he gave a speech declaring that only Urdu will be the national language of Pakistan.
Correct.
So it created a commotion or a kind of opposition in that meeting itself.
The language Bangladeshis, either Bangla people will not speak anything but Bangla.
Bangla. And more unfortunately, Urdu even today is being spoken in a 5% population in West Pakistan, and there was nil population in Bangladesh, leading to the protests and a kind of disappointment. I do not know what prompted Muhammad Ali Jinnah to declare national language, whereas it was not a question at that point of time in 1948. Even Constitution of Pakistan had not been promulgated. So there was no sense in declaring.
So in Constitution of Pakistan, what languages were the what were official
In
language? क्या था?
Constitution, Bangla was also declared along with
Urdu.
at that time. So the problem came up over here. Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, who was first education minister of India, he wrote a book, India Wins Freedom. East Pakistan and West Pakistan can never stay together. They have to separate at one time or the other because of their different in race, different in culture, different in language, different standards, and even economic status of both the units of Pakistan were not at some kind of coordinated point. So his prophecy came to be true on 16th of December 1971, when 93 soldiers or army personnel of Pakistan, they surrendered, and the creation of Bangladesh was announced.
Okay.
In between, there was a kind of discrimination. There was a kind of disgruntlement among us East Pakistani, when in 1955, from Muslim League to National Awami Party, it got transformation with Sheikh Mujib at its leader.
Mujibur Rahman. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman.
Sheikh Mujibur Rahman became its leader, and he became mouthpiece of the entire East Pakistan, demanding certain concessions in language, in culture, economic disparities, and number of other factors. So at one point, even civilians were to fight elections. So only the military persons were ruling the country.
Similarly to what's happening in Pakistan now.
And when elections took place in 1971, the civilians were disallowed. When elections were declared in early 1971, Mujibur Rahman won, and his party, National Awami League, won the entire seats in East Pakistan except one or two. And in West Pakistan, Bhutto's party, to claim the prime ministership, goes to the East Pakistan. And General Yahya Khan, who was the military dictator, at one point admitted that Sheikh Mujibur Rahman will become the prime minister. But on the contrary, General Tika Khan, who was given the charge of East Pakistan in military terms, he arrested him and took him over to Miawali jail. So there was a kind of revolution or a revolt against the established government of or military government of Pakistan.
Okay.
So
when this liberation of Bangladesh happened, when Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was the mouthpiece and pura Bangladesh was created basically. So how does this process happens? Formation of a new country. अगर किसी भी country के part को, let us say today Bangladesh at 1971, how did a country decide that today we are going to be separated from East Pakistan and become a new nation? तो इसका
Yes.
प्रोसेस क्या होता है पूरा एग्जैक्टली?
You
क्योंकि
see, in that
नहीं, वन
process,
सेकंड, मेरा एक और ये सवाल भी है कि इसके अंदर हाउ डिड अमेरिका, रशिया, इंडिया, चाइना, इनका क्या रोल था उस टाइम पे? व्हाट वाज द रोल ऑफ दीज कंट्रीज?
the population of East Pakistan was put under severe torture, crime, and oppression or suppression. In that circumstance, Bangladesh people, they created a kind of military personnel, which is called Mukti Bahini. They were civilians, and some weapons and other infrastructural support was given by the government of India. So ultimately, there was a full-scale war. Full-scale war took place. More took place in West Pakistan borders, and in East Pakistan there were only a kind of criminality being done by the Pakistan army. So in between, if I were to tell you that there was some kind of discrimination in deployment of army too. In war with Pakistan in 1965, the 80% of army, Pakistan army, was deployed in West Pakistan borders, whereas 20% of army was deployed in East Pakistan, covering 4,000 kilometers of border. So Bangla at that time, East Pakistan was feeling discriminated even in deployment of armies.
Okay.
So Pakistan army landed in East Pakistan under Tikka Khan and all, and it was given to General Niazi.
Niazi, yes.
So then General Niazi surrendered before General Arora, and along with their 93,000 army personnel.
Correct.
So it was like that. When they surrendered, automatically it was announced by India that Bangladesh has been created, and India gave recognition to the separate country under the name Bangladesh. But at that point of time, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was still in Miawali jail. So then there came an agreement which is known as Shimla Agreement or Shimla Pact.
What was the Shimla Agreement?
Shimla Agreement was basically it was a meeting between two prime ministers, Prime Minister of India Indira Gandhi and President of Pakistan Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. So there were number of negotiations, number of parleys, and it is said that the two parties, they agreed to declare LOC. From then onwards, the border between the
Line
two,
of control.
it was in Kashmir, it was called LOC. That this LOC would become the international border later on. This is but after some time, after departure of Bhutto from India to Pakistan, he denied that because it was an unwritten informal agreement. So that was the thing.
Okay. तो अभी हम 1971 को तो हम लोग मतलब समझ चुके हैं कि कैसे हुआ था. लेट अस मूव ऑन टू 1971 से 2024. बांग्लादेश वाज ग्रोइंग एट अ वेरी हाई स्पीड. बांग्लादेश की जीडीपी, इट वाज हाईएस्ट फास्टेस्ट ग्रोइंग इकोनॉमी इन द वर्ल्ड. बांग्लादेश बिकेम वन ऑफ द हब्स फॉर द टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्री, एंड द आईटी इंडस्ट्री ऑल्सो. आईटी और टेक्सटाइल में इतना ग्रो करने के बाद जीडीपी वाज much higher than what India is having, जो GDP per capita. And Sheikh Hasina जो है, she was considered one of the most revolutionary prime ministers because उन्होंने जिस तरह से country को grow किया है, जिस direction में उन्होंने push किया है, she was also considered very good. तो अब सडनली ऐसा होता है कि वन डे सॉरी, तो ऐसा एक दिन सडनली होता है जिस दिन प्राइम मिनिस्टर ही अपने देश को छोड़कर भाग जाता है, इंडिया आ जाते हैं। तो इस पर्टिकुलर सिचुएशन पे ऐसा क्या हुआ कि एक प्राइम मिनिस्टर को ही जाना पड़ा? किसकी वजह से हुआ, क्या रीजंस थे, और आगे अब बांग्लादेश का फ्यूचर क्या है?
You see, this is a very complex question. Complex in the sense that immediately the release of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman from Rawalpindi GHQ, he was released and taken to UK. Then, while coming back to Bangladesh, he was at he was in Delhi at airport and was welcomed by Prime Minister Indira Gandhi as well as his senior colleagues in the cabinet. So he came to Bangladesh and he was given a hero's welcome with Bang Bandhu. Bang Bandhu means friends of Bengal. So, but during his short tenure, he could not administer the country, and when there was high inflation, there was number of things, and more particularly, the associates of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, they were given favors, and they became basically it's a kind of mafia that took charge. So he was assassinated on 15th of August 1975.
ओके, तो जब
That
उनको
assassination,
वो उनके फैमिली मेंबर्स भी उसमें साथ में
no,
थे?
all family members except his two daughters, which were in Germany at that point of time, and later on they were allotted houses and security in India. His younger daughter, Rehana, she is now an UK citizen with Sheikh Hasina, returned to Bangladesh in 2009. She fought an election and became the Prime Minister. Now the question comes that when she was welcomed, she was elected Prime Minister. What actually had happened to alienate the general population of Bangladesh against her, including the students in colleges, which found an excuse in reservation for freedom fighters or reservation for the persons who suffered and fought against Pakistan in 1971.
Correct.
So the problem came over the years, over his period of 15 years, she became totally dictatorial. She became totally fascist, and she proved herself to be a dictator when last about a few months ago, when the elections took place, the main opposition party, BNP, Bangladesh National Party, they declined to fight elections because the practice that was being in
place.
force in Bangladesh, that before every election an interim government will be formed and Prime Minister, whosoever is, will resign for a balanced and neutral elections.
Okay.
Because Sheikh Hasina did not resign and created an interim government, the opposition party, main opposition party BNP, they decided to boycott the elections.
Okay.
And at the point of boycotting the elections, the comments from US came that America did not recognize the elections held by Sheikh Hasina.
Can America does do this, like किसी और कंट्री के इलेक्शंस को ही
America is just a thanedar of the world.
but
He is a policeman of the world.
Does it hold that power कि मैं किसी कंट्री के अंदर ये बोल दूं कि इलेक्शंस आर नॉट वैलिड?
Yes, this is what America said, and it was heard for the past about 6 months that America wanted to have on lease an island that is
Saint Martin.
Saint Martin Island, which is very near to Bangladesh mainland,
Coast of Bangladesh.
and with a population of 8,000, with the purpose that US will create their military base, their naval base, and wanted to control the activities in Bay of Bengal as well as Indian Ocean. And Sheikh Hasina, she declined their offer, she declined their proposal, and that created some kind of bitterness between Sheikh Hasina and US
Okay.
government or US administration, whatever. So Sheikh Hasina had some sense against America over this issue, and she declared about 3-4 months back that America is a very powerful country. It can overthrow any government in Bangladesh, and I would not accept whatever proposal she has received from America. So this is there are a number of other conspiracy theories. One conspiracy theory is that Pakistan's intervention or ISI's
Misinterpretation.
misdemeanor.
Misdemeanor.
So it is the handiwork of ISI. But if it is, this is a conspiracy theory. But it appears to be possible that while CIA and America was against, then CIA, ISI would have naturally played their role. The conspiracy theories, they find some strength and some credibility because after cancellation of reservation by Supreme Court of Bangladesh, the movement which was started by students, that became more and more revolting because their demands had been met. Then there was no grievance of the students on reservation. When their grievances were redressed, then there was no point in continuing the agitation, which finally came to demand or to start a long march towards Dhaka when Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina resigned. Correct. So the other point is that there were occasions because Bangladesh was a child of India. India gave its freedom. India created Bangladesh, or Bangladesh was created with the help of India or Indian government. So it was the duty of the Indian government to keep a vigil and oversee these circumstances going on in Bangladesh.
नहीं, इसके लिए एक क्वेश्चन मेरा है. सबसे पहली चीज तो अगर CIA का इसमें इतना बड़ा रोल है, which is a conspiracy theory not proven, but let us assume, does CIA hold that kind of power कि आज के दिन किसी भी कंट्री के अंदर वो गवर्नमेंट को इतना इजीली ओवरथ्रो कर सकती है?
Yes.
Secondly, जो दूसरा क्वेश्चन, if today we are saying that our prime minister is one of the Vishwa Gurus and most powerful and whatever, तो उस केस में जब भी हम आते हैं तो क्या when Bangladesh comes for help and till today no help has been provided either military or diplomatically or politically, कोई भी हेल्प दी नहीं गई है, तो उसका क्या रीज़न है कि हम इस वक्त हमारे नेबर एलाइज जो कि ऑलमोस्ट बहुत कम बचे हैं, हमने एक वीडियो भी बनाई थी कैसे मालदीव्स जा चुका है हमारे हाथ से, कैसे पाकिस्तान को ऑलरेडी चाइना ले चुका है बाय CEPC जो कॉरिडोर बना रहे इकोनॉमिक कॉरिडोर, जिसको भी काम रुका हुआ है बट इट इज़ गोइंग टू हैपन इन वेरी सून. फिर उसके बाद नेपाल ऑल्सो मूव्ड बैक फ्रॉम अस, भूटान ऑब्वियसली चाइना के कंट्रोल में आ चुका है, श्रीलंका के ऊपर भी जब देखोगे तो जो अपना क्या पोर्ट का नाम, आई डोंट रिमेम्बर,
Hambantota.
हम्बन टोटा के ऊपर ऑलरेडी चाइना अपना कंट्रोल ले चुका है. बांग्लादेश वाज वन ऑफ द ओनली वंस जो शायद इंडिया के पास था और अब नहीं है. तो इंडिया इस वक्त, क्या इंडियन गवर्नमेंट को इतना ये तो पता ही होगा कि बेसिकली कि वी नीड आवर नेबर्स इन ऑर्डर टू स्टे इन ऑन द top in terms of diplomatically, in terms of political or economic functioning of the country. तो क्यों ऐसा हो रहा है कि even after Sheikh Hasina came to Delhi, asked for help, and still there has no help has been given her to her so far. तो ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है?
No, it is, you are raising a very important point.
फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन का पहले आंसर करते हैं
We
सीआईए
are
वाले.
raising a very important point that what India was doing when CIA was interfering.
क्योंकि
and
रॉ के पास
ISI
इंटेलिजेंस तो आई होगी, राइट?
No, India's position is entirely a failure. In 1975, when Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was assassinated along with all members of his family, then it was a direct failure of our IB or RAW. What these our intelligence agencies were doing when a, a friend of India was being assassinated, failure of intelligence agencies. When such a big movement was being raised against Sheikh Hasina, what Indian agencies were doing at that time when Pakistan, as you are alleging that Pakistan intelligence were playing or some CIA was playing a role. So it is a total failure of Indian diplomatic as well as intelligence.
And even if it is,
Failure.
even if it is not, let us say conspiracy theories are false, even if it is not the doing of CIA or ISI, बट एक ऐसी सिचुएशन जहाँ पर कंट्री का पूरा जो इकोनॉमिक और पॉलिटिकल स्ट्रक्चर है वो कोलैप्स कर रहा है, इवन देन लेट अस से दैट इट इज नॉट.
The
अब
problem,
जैसे कई बार क्या होता है कि हमारे पास ये भी न्यूज़ आती है कि बांग्लादेश के अंदर हिंदूज को मारा जा रहा है. अब उसके लिए हम थोड़ी देर में बात करते हैं, बट पहले एक बार बात कर लेते हैं कि बांग्लादेश में जो ये हो रहा है उसके अंदर हम क्या कर रहे हैं और क्या कर सकते हैं. बिकॉज आप पार्लियामेंट में रहे हो, आपने प्राइम मिनिस्टर्स के साथ काम किया है. हाउ डज प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफ इंडिया प्ले अ रोल इन दिस सिचुएशन कि बांग्लादेश जो कि हमारा एलाइड कंट्री है उसमें हम इंटरफेयर करके या असिस्ट करके कैसे भी उनको पीस एस्टैब्लिश की जा सके.
no, now peace is to be established by CIA, by America itself. America is all playing the role of, for the past about 100 years, America is the policeman of the globe, policeman of the world. Wherever problem comes, America will go there.
नहीं, but
So now
अब यहाँ पर problem
Mohammed-
थी नहीं ना, लेकिन
now when Mohammed Yunus has been the head of Bangladesh interim government, it means CIA is there. It means America is there because he is an economist who has been awarded Peace Prize, Nobel Peace Prize. But at the same time, he is following or he is an economist of rightist side. He is an economist of market economy. And when market economy comes, America automatically comes.
नहीं, बट उसके लिए तो ऑलरेडी बांग्लादेश इस वक्त कोई कम्युनिस्ट तो था नहीं.
No.
बांग्लादेश वाज ऑलरेडी राइटिस्ट.
A social welfare state and a market economic state, there is a wide difference.
नहीं, बट अगर कैसा था तो क्यों था, मतलब सीआईए का क्या इंटरेस्ट है एक ऐसी जगह में? बिकॉज सीआईए जो कर रहा है, देखिए ना,
That Saint
बांग्लादेश
Martin,
सेंट मार्टिन पे भी आते हैं, बट बांग्लादेश की जो पूरी इकोनॉमी है उसी की वजह से तो अमेरिकन इकोनॉमी चल रही है, जिसमें अगर आप देखोगे तो बड़े बड़े जो ब्रांड्स हैं जैसे जारा है, H&M है, ये जो बड़े ब्रांड्स जो अमेरिकन ब्रांड्स हैं उनकी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग तो वहीं होती है.
the question is when you are talking about market economy, you are attending less and less towards social schemes because you are going on the right side. And always and everywhere when there is a dictatorship, when there is fascism, it is always against social welfare schemes, torture and crime against people.
नहीं बट ऐसा
It
तो
is a
शेख
basic
हसीना
thing.
वाज हरसेल्फ अ डिक्टेटर काइंड ऑफ,
A dictator.
बट इवन देन फासिस्ट है तो राइटिस्ट भी होना चाहिए.
No, no, no,
और
no.
राइटिस्ट है तो देखो आइडियोलॉजीज के अंदर क्या हो रहा है ना कि आइडियोलॉजीज आर नाउ फेडिंग अप. पहले जो आइडियोलॉजीज थी, लेट अस बी फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन के टाइम पर जो थी, उसमें क्या था कि आइडियोलॉजीज एक एस्टेब्लिश थी कि यू आइदर बी ऑन दिस एंड दैट. अभी क्या हो रहा है, यू कैन बी अ फासिस्ट बट अ लेफ्टिस्ट, यू कैन बी अ डिक्टेटर बट अ लेफ्टिस्ट.
North Korea is also a dictator.
हाँ
That is,
नहीं
Sheikh Hasina was the, during UPA government, when there was UPA government, Sheikh Hasina was having some policies which were people friendly. But when it comes to the rightist side, then she has ceased to be people friendly and she became a total dictator. And the fall of a dictator is like this only, there is no other way. So,
So what do you think इसके अंदर जो भी हिंदूज के साथ हो रहा है, do you think it's happening with Hindus or it is happening with
no,
anyone and everyone?
no. Basically, the movement had nothing to do with anti-Hindu. The movement of the students started only for the purpose of withdrawal of reservation orders by the Bangladesh government. So when orders were withdrawn or they were abrogated by the Supreme Court of Bangladesh, there was no need for continuing with the agitation. But still, it continued. It means there was some conspiracy. The other point is allowing Sheikh Hasina to land in India or Hindon Airport at Ghaziabad. It itself made the movement anti-Hindu. Because here the government in India is pro-Hindu.
Correct.
It is a Hindu government.
Not even that. अगर हमारा CAA जो हमारा आया है उसकी वजह से भी तो हो रहा है
There were
ना.
number
Because
of
CAA
factors.
कहता है कि अगर आप बांग्लादेश में हिंदू हो तो यू आर मोस्ट वेलकम.
Now they are unwelcome.
नहीं बट नाउ अगर आप इफ यू आर वेलकम तो वहां के लोग बोलेंगे भैया आप यू आर वेलकम देयर, यू गो देयर.
नहीं.
That is a very big problem.
CAA legislation has failed. Because when Hindus from Bangladesh are coming in,
नाउ देयर वाज अ यूट्यूबर जहाँ पर बांग्लादेश में जो प्रॉपर वीडियो बना रहे हैं, बता रहे हैं कि देखो ये टनल है, ये बांग्लादेश के बॉर्डर से आप जाकर डायरेक्ट इंडिया में निकल सकते हैं, और वहाँ पर NRC है, वहाँ पे आपको सिटीजनशिप मिल जाएगी. तो ये एक इस तरीके से चल रही है अभी बात.
whatever, because she was given a place or she was given some refuse or some kind of.
नहीं बट अब यहाँ पे कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट कर रहे हैं ना हम अपनी स्टेटमेंट को. एक तरफ हम कह रहे हैं कि इंडिया ने उसकी हेल्प क्यों नहीं की, एंड द अदर वन
नहीं वो इस नहीं इट इज ए फेलियर ऑफ इंटेलिजेंस.
बट 3 महीना पहले अगर खुद ही शेख हसीना ये बोल रही हैं कि भाई CIA माइट इंटरफेयर एंड थ्रो अवे.
Nobody went over to help that.
3 महीना पहले जब उन्होंने बोला कि CIA माइट इंटरफेयर एंड थ्रो अवे द गवर्नमेंट, जब उस टाइम पर ये बात हुई थी, उस टाइम पर तो इंटेलिजेंस की हमें जरूरत ही नहीं, बिकॉज शी इज हरसेल्फ सेइंग.
No.
तो अगर वहां पर भी हम इंटरफेयर करके थोड़ा हेल्प कर सकते थे कि नहीं कर सकते थे.
It is hearsay, but the government doesn't work on hearsay.
But it's
The question came up. The question what our intelligence agencies were doing when she was being overthrown and asked to leave Bangladesh within 45 minutes. She must have been given some kind of help or some kind of advice from Indian side 3 months back, and we miserably failed. The same happened when Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was assassinated along with his family. We failed. This CAA and other things, they supported Hindus, so they, on the contrary, by giving her a political asylum in India, which is not yet final, but she is having some interim stay here. That antagonized forces in Bangladesh to be anti-Indian or anti-Hindu. What government of India should have done is that government should have pre-assessed.
Tried to create a negotiation terms.
Yes, to create a political asylum for her away from India in some Muslim country or any other country.
Correct.
So we failed to provide that.
नहीं बट बिकॉज
उल्टा,
पास्ट अगर ये क्या इसीलिए हो रहा है कि पिछले 12-13 साल से इंडिया को हिंदू बनाने की कोशिश की जा रही है जिसकी वजह से
गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया whatever they did, failure of intelligence agencies, failure of the government to assist Sheikh Hasina, failure to allow the Bangladesh refugees into, all these are counterproductive. The movement is not anti-Hindu. Movement was anti-government, anti-dictatorship. So that was important.
ओके तो मतलब हमारी जो मतलब अगर हिंदू हमारे जो भाई हैं उधर उनके साथ ये इसीलिए हो रहा है क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ पर हमने प्रो हिंदू बनने की कोशिश की रादर देन बीइंग सेक्युलर और बीइंग कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के हिसाब से चलने की बजाय हमने प्रो हिंदू बनने की कोशिश की जिसकी वजह से दुनिया एंटी हिंदू बनने की कोशिश करेगी जब जब आप गलती करोगे.
It is widely accepted and acclaimed throughout world that Narendra Modi's government in India is different from the past governments and is a Hindu government in India. But that has nothing to do with Pakistan, Bangladesh agitation or movement. The movement became very powerful in later days when they announced long march to Dhaka. So it was with the help of certain forces which are beyond Bangladesh students. The army chief of Bangladesh did the right thing when he asked the Prime Minister to give resignation and to leave the country within 45 minutes. Otherwise, it has a legacy of bloodshed. So, fortunately, but government of India failed when it announced that Bangladesh matter is an internal matter of Bangladesh. Then what your agencies were doing? When you can interfere in America, when you can interfere in various other countries, that in case of Bangladesh, which is a child of India,
or a younger brother,
we cannot hide ourselves behind the word internal matters.
Correct.
The problem with India is all through from 1947 or even earlier that we are dealing with our neighbors as big brother. We do not treat them with respect and equality.
तो उसके लिए क्या कर रहे हैं?
Big brother attitude is very harmful in diplomacy. So we have to be friendly on equal grounds. So Bangladesh is going to become the center of diplomacy in the world. On one side there is Saint Martin Island.
Saint Martin Island पे आते हैं.
Where America is interested. On the other side there is a Chinese pressure. But so the diplomacy of China and America are also become.
अच्छा तो अभी इसी में आते हैं. If let's say आज के दिन see world is getting polarized. दुनिया दो हिस्सों में बंटती जा रही है. आप या तो उस साइड पर जाओगे या आप इस साइड पर आओगे. या तो चाइना एक है या अमेरिका एक है. तो यू कैन नॉट बी ऑन बोथ साइड्स. आपको या तो चाइना के एलाई बनोगे या फिर आप अमेरिका के एलाई बनोगे. तो जब बांग्लादेश के पास में एक अमेरिका आता है और अमेरिका कहता है कि मुझे इसको अपना नेवल बेस बनाना है विच इज सेंट मार्टिन आइलैंड. अगर ऐसा होता है कि वहां पर अमेरिका अपना बेस बनाता है तो चाइना को ऑटोमेटिकली असिस्ट करना चाहिए और ये कहना चाहिए कि भाई चाइना विल नॉट लेट अमेरिका मेक इट्स बेस इन द बे ऑफ बंगाल. So यहाँ से
Bangladesh has become a center of diplomacy in the world. Why?
Correct.
America is interested in Bay of Bengal and China is opponent. So I do not know how the future will go in diplomacy. but either of the two, there has to be something. Again, on the other side, there is a process of radicalization in Bangladesh, which is so radicalization means that you are under the influence of West Pakistan. Everyone
Religion.
in West Bengal, everyone in Bangladesh speaks Bengali,
हाँ.
and had there been a religion more powerful position, then Bangladesh could have never come out as a separate country,
Correct.
because language and culture overpowered religion. Because religion of East Pakistan and religion of West Pakistan was the same,
Correct.
but still there are two. Had religion been such a powerful factor, then Bangladesh could have never taken birth. So
दिस अगेन ये वही सवाल है कि अगर कल्चर ही इतना स्ट्रांग है तो बांग्लादेश जो है उसके अंदर जरूरत ही नहीं है ना हिंदू मुस्लिम करने की तो
है ही नहीं. There is
अभी लेकिन वहां पर अभी हिंदूज को मारा जा रहा है जस्ट बिकॉज द सेम रीजन.
नहीं. It is a concocted story. There is no violence on the basis of religion. The persons, more than 300 persons so far died or so far killed, most of them were Muslims. Had there been this kind of a situation as you spoke,
मतलब the news is I don't know.
it is false news.
Okay.
Then why the Muslims who killed the persons who were killed were more Muslims than Hindus? Now, it is not a case of, it is not that kind of a discussion that it was against Hindus. It was not against Hindus. It was against reservation. Reservation was annulled
बट
by
रिजर्वेशन जो
Supreme
आया था
Court.
वो 1971 के बाद ही आया था. जो लोग 1971 की लिबरेशन में दे वर सोल्जर्स और पार्टिसिपेंट्स ऑफ फ्रीडम फाइटर्स, उनके बच्चों को, उनके जो नेक्स्ट जनरेशन हैं उनको रिजर्वेशन मिलेगा. अब रिजर्वेशन जब 1971 की बात आती है, जैसे ही 1971 आता है वहां पर इंडिया का रोल आ जाता है.
तो
अगर जो लोग
reservation order,
जिन लोगों को इंडिया ने सपोर्ट किया था उस टाइम पर, आर्मी के लोग जो थे 19,000 जो लोग थे, उन सभी के नेक्स्ट ऑफ किन्स और उनके जो जनरेशनल लोग हैं उनको रिजर्वेशन मिलता है. ऑल ऑफ दोज पीपल सरेंडर्ड टू इंडिया एंड समहाउ द रिजर्वेशन इज लिंक्ड टू द इंडियन एक्शंस.
no, we cannot claim. No, we are
नहीं,
two
क्लेम
separate
करने की बात ही
countries.
नहीं.
The persons who supported Mukti Bahini, who supported for the freedom of Bangladesh, they were given reservation, and most of the grievances came that the reservation was going beyond 50% or 65%, and keeping in view the agitation that was going on, or the student movement which was taking a violent turn, the government of Bangladesh as well as Supreme Court of Bangladesh, they reversed. They annulled the reservation. So there was no grievance. The student wanted de-reservation. Government accepted it. But the question comes that even after that, the movement of the long march was more intensified, giving some indication that there were some conspiracies
Okay.
to the continuance of the
So what you are
Agitation.
saying is कि पहले ये शुरू हुआ as student protest. उस स्टूडेंट प्रोटेस्ट की जितनी भी मांग थी टू डी रिजर्व द सिस्टम,
हो गया.
वो उन्होंने कर दिया गवर्नमेंट ने. फिर उसके बाद उस अपॉर्चुनिटी को किसी एक एजेंसी ने अपॉर्चुनिटी को देखा कि इसी स्टूडेंट प्रोटेस्ट के नाम पर गवर्नमेंट को ओवरथ्रो किया जा सकता है, तो उस एजेंसी ने उसी स्टूडेंट प्रोटेस्ट को ओवरटेक कर लिया. एंड नाउ द एक्चुअल
नहीं. In intelligence sources, there is never any overtaking or giving in that. The question is that our agencies failed,
नहीं
and the
उसमें
other antagonistic agencies
व्हाट आई मीन
which were against Sheikh Hasina.
मैं जो पूछ रहा हूँ, मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि अगर स्टूडेंट्स की जो डिमांड्स थी उनको मान ही लिया गया था, उसके बाद जब ये पूरा का पूरा प्रोटेस्ट बाद में भी चला, जिसकी कोई वैल्यू नहीं थी, ऑब्वियसली मान लिया गया, स्टूडेंट्स को डी रिजर्व हो गया वो सिस्टम, तो उसके बाद जब दोबारा से ये प्रोटेस्ट हुआ, विच वॉज 11th आई थिंक 21st समथिंग जुलाई, ये उसके बाद हुआ और 4 अगस्त तक बहुत ही ज्यादा बड़ा हो
In
गया।
between, the movement took the shape of a long march.
हाँ, उसको वायलेंट हो गया ना फिर वो बात
The
में।
question is, no, it was never violent.
अभी
It was a long march.
हाँ।
Long march was a peaceful march. There was, in such a big crowd, there has to be some stray incidents involving violence. Violence means that on one side, the number of persons who were killed were over 300. And in that, 85% of the persons killed were Muslims only. So how you can call it that it is anti-Hindu? It is anti any citizen. If a Hindu is a citizen over there, about 8% of population of Bangladesh, so it can. However, the situation in India allowing Sheikh Hasina to give some kind of asylum in India, that antagonized again, because the people were taking movement against Sheikh Hasina, and Sheikh Hasina was given political asylum or some kind of a position to stay in India. So naturally they would be against India. So the allowing Sheikh Hasina to be at Hindon airport aggravates the position or religious position in Bangladesh. समझ गए?
करेक्ट। अच्छा, अब एक और क्वेश्चन आता है कि जैसे चाइना और अमेरिका अपने अपने नेवल बेसिस को बनाने में लगे हुए हैं अलग अलग जगह पे। चाइना ने हमिनटोटा पकड़ा, चाइना ने ही मालदीव्स को अपना बनाया, चाइना पाकिस्तान में भी घुस गया, चाइना ऐसे ही करते करते नेपाल में भी अंदर आ चुका है, अरुणाचल प्रदेश के अंदर भी घुसने की कोशिश कर रहा है, जो कि गवर्नमेंट कह रही है नहीं हुआ है, लेकिन सैटेलाइट इमेजेस दिखाती हैं कि हो रहा है, वो अंदर आके गाँव बसा रहे हैं। अमेरिका जब चाइना ये सब कर रहा था, चाइना बहुत साइलेंटली कर रहा था, चाइना किसी को पता भी नहीं चलने दिया कि कब क्या हो रहा है। अमेरिका ने जब वही चीज़ सेंट मार्टिन आइलैंड के साथ करने की कोशिश की, तो उन्हें लिटरली एक गवर्नमेंट को ओवरथ्रो करना पड़ा।
नहीं,
So,
America
ऐसा-
is doing this from
नहीं,
Salvador
अमेरिका कर-
Allende to
वो तो 100 years पहले से कर रहा है।
वो तो कभी
तो
it is there.
जब ये इतने सालों से कर रहा है, तो अमेरिका क्यों उस तरह की अमेरिकन एजेंसीज उतना साइलेंटली अपने आप को घुसा नहीं पाती हैं, कॉन्कर नहीं कर पाती एक पर्टिकुलर एरिया को, जैसे चाइना कर देता है?
नहीं, ये these two cannot be compared. America is America. China is
चाइना जब
China.
अंदर घुसा, मालदीव्स के अंदर घुसा, इंडिया आउट मूवमेंट किया,
नहीं, because of failure of our Indian policies around Indian subcontinent. The question is that all those were smaller countries, and we were dealing with them as big brother with big brother attitude, whereas they were being sometimes humiliated also. At one point of time, supplies to Nepal were broken. Then how can they survive? Petroleum, other things, food products. So there are certain policies which certainly do not suit the neighboring countries. And in every neighboring countries, and now I think the circle is complete, where
स्ट्रिंग्स ऑफ पर्ल्स।
where India out movements are going on. So in Bangladesh, it is India out. In Maldives, it is India out. Everywhere, it is India out.
सो इज इट पॉसिबल कि ये CIA का ना होकर चाइनीज इंटेलिजेंस एजेंसी है जिसने बांग्लादेश को overthrow
नहीं.
नहीं।
चाइना तो पैसे से, चाइना इज ए डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ,
ओके।
उसकी पॉलिसीज ही अलग है.
नहीं, स्ट्रिंग ऑफ पर्ल्स में अभी उसके बाद सिर्फ चिटागोंग बचा था, जहाँ पे अगर बेस बन जाता, अगर चिटागोंग चाइना के हाथ आ जाए तो स्ट्रिंग ऑफ
वो
पर्ल्स
है ना,
पूरी हो जाती है।
अभी भी चिटागोंग की पोर्ट इज अंडर द कंट्रोल ऑफ
तो
चाइना.
उसी लिए अब चाइना अगर पूरा स्ट्रिंग ऑफ पर्ल्स बना रहा है, तो अगर अमेरिका आके अपना बेस बनाता है, तो इज इट बिकॉज चाइना ने इतना कंट्रोल कर लिया था बांग्लादेश को अंदर से कि वो नहीं बनने दे सकते?
No, 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 no. When there was a competition between India and China, Sheikh Hasina's government for 15 years, she favored India in Tista project, in Mangal port project. So she was favoring India in all respects.
करेक्ट.
So there is no question. She is our was our strategic partner. So there is no question of that. Question comes, वो बिल्कुल सेंट मार्टिन पर है. It is CIA's duty जो ये सब करेगी. It is China has nothing to do.
So what is the future of Bangladesh now? अभी जैसे मोहम्मद यूनिस has come. Is he-
this is a
who
very
is Mohammad
this is
Yunus?
very
इस पे बात
interesting
करते हैं.
question. कि in Bangladesh, what is after Sheikh Hasina in relation to India? India has invested thousands of crores in Bangladesh. There is a treaty or there is some understanding between Adani's power plant in Godda district in Jharkhand and Bangladesh. So all those projects which are going on, totaling about 80,000 crores, will find a review.
Correct.
And when when the new Bangladesh government will review all those projects, so there has to be a colossal loss of India in that situation. So
We will lose a strategic ally, we will lose a neighbor, and we will also lose the maybe the purchase power agreement जो हुआ है.
yes.
So we might lose all of that.
In ports, in
Imports, in many
even
other-
Adani's
Adani's
investment
PPA also might go
under review.
under regulations. ठीक
So,
है.
that is
तो आई थिंक एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन मैं पूछना चाहूंगा. लास्ट क्वेश्चन ये रहेगा कि इफ द वर्ल्ड गोज टू वॉर अगेन, वर्ल्ड वॉर 3 इज वो एक कोल्ड वॉर तो ऑलरेडी चल रही है. लेट्स से इजराइल पैलेस्टाइन भी चल रहा है, यूक्रेन रशिया भी चल रहा है. नाउ चाइना इज ऑल्सो, चाइना एंड अमेरिका आर वेरी क्लोज टू एक्चुअली क्लैशिंग, जो कि होगा नहीं बिकॉज दे आर वेरी पावरफुल. बट अगर ऐसा कुछ होता है तो इंडिया की आज की फॉरेन पॉलिसी को देखते हुए इंडिया किस तरफ जाता है?
No, India is confused. India doesn't have any policy.
ओके.
Our foreign policy has failed. Failed the day when Subramaniam, foreign minister,
जयशंकर, एस जयशंकर.
Subramaniam Jaishankar, he announced that China is a big economy and we cannot have or afford any war against China. So it means our foreign policy was demolished.
एक और ये भी तो है ना, देखो, when we look at allies in the sense of geographically, geopolitically, पाकिस्तान जो है वो हमारा by default he is a rival. पाकिस्तान हमारा हमेशा राइवल रहेगा. उसका अगर if he is our ally, उसका एग्जिस्टेंस ही जरूरी नहीं बचता.
नहीं
पाकिस्तान cannot exist without being a rival to India. उसका फिर कोई जरूरत नहीं है ना, we will get ally हो गया, मिल जाएंगे.
It is a protege of America.
हाँ.
Pakistan tried to go nearer to China. Immediately there was change of government and Imran Khan is in jail.
करेक्ट. नहीं,
Now
आगे बढ़ते हैं.
it is in the clutches of
Correct.
America.
we'll talk about Pakistan situation in another podcast. अभी जो हम बात कर रहे हैं कि पाकिस्तान तो हमारा एनिमी है, वो रहेगा. अब ईरान जो है वो पाकिस्तान का एनिमी है, which supposedly we should be allies with ईरान. लेकिन ईरान को हम अमेरिका के कहने पे हमने उनको बैन कर दिया फ्रॉम एनी ट्रेड ऑफ ऑयल.
Again, Iran is total anti-American. Pakistan, under the circumstances, has to be in American lap. Bangladesh has no such importance. Strategically, Bangladesh is not very important for any country except India. Because that chicken neck about 50 kilometers.
Correct.
Except it has. Number two, Bangladesh is the center of world diplomacy, not center of Third World War. The World War, in case of World War, Bangladesh has virtually no role.
Yeah.
But
India
it-
also doesn't have any role, like देखा जाए तो.
नहीं, इंडिया तो जब वक्त आएगा, when the time comes, India will be in the side of America.
नहीं, अभी देखो, मैं फिर एक बार हम डिसाइड करते हैं. देखो, रशिया एंड अमेरिका कैन नेवर बी एलाइज. चाइना एंड अमेरिका कैन नेवर बी एलाइज. कोई मतलब ही नहीं बनता उनका एलाई होना. तो रशिया और चाइना तो बाय डिफॉल्ट ही एलाई हैं. दुश्मन का दुश्मन दोस्त. सेम गोज विद ईरान एंड पाकिस्तान. ईरान और पाकिस्तान एक हो ही नहीं सकते. तो इंडिया और पाकिस्तान भी एक नहीं हो सकते. तो दुश्मन का दुश्मन दोस्त हमें और ईरान को दोस्त होना चाहिए था, है कि नहीं?
नहीं, कल्चरली
तो अब हम एक तरफ तो हमारा जो पूरा आईटी सेल जो चल रहा है गवर्नमेंट के साथ, जो आप सोशल मीडिया पे जाओगे, आप 2 मिनट में आपको पता चल जाएगा कि आईटी सेल का एजेंडा ये है कि वी हैव टू से इंडिया एंड रशिया आर भाई भाई. पर अगर आप रशिया के साथ भाई भाई हो तो फिर आप चाइना के साथ भाई भाई होना पड़ेगा.
अभी
फिर आप वो नहीं हो रहे हो.
about 3-4 weeks ago, the defense secretary of America, he gave a statement, gave a warning to government of India that Russia can never help you in case of a dispute with China. Correct. It is only us. It is only America who can come alongside India in a fight against China.
करेक्ट.
So it is a warning. And
In a
India,
war against
India,
China-
India is a
आप चलो एक और, अभी जैसे आपने बताया कि इन केस ऑफ अ वर्ल्ड वॉर इंडिया विल ऑलवेज चूज अमेरिका.
नहीं. India is not that much that kind of a country.
नहीं, इट्स नॉट अ पावरफुल बट इट कैन ऑलवेज बी अ स्ट्रेटेजिक एलाई. अगर किसी को, जैसे अगर हम अमेरिका के एलाई हैं तो अमेरिका कैन हैव बेसिस इन इंडिया एंड दे कैन फाइट द
We
वॉर.
are balancing America and Russia. Previously, our defense systems were only and only from Russia. Now, after coming over Prime Minister Modi, now he has now removed that major part of Russian defense system. So it is too premature to make any announcement where Indian diplomacy will go. In fact, we do not have any well-defined foreign policy.
अभी जैसे अब नेबर फर्स्ट पॉलिसी हमारी होती थी वो फेल हो चुकी है. अभी इसमें तो काम ही नहीं हो रहा कुछ.
नहीं, neighbor first नहीं. The question comes when it was SARC. SARC was dissolved.
करेक्ट.
When NAM was dissolved. So we are quite blind to
So
understand.
we are just looking for short term gains.
More particular, no gains, no short term.
नहीं, शॉर्ट टर्म इन द सेंस अगर हमें कहीं ना कहीं पे अगर छोटा मोटा बेनिफिट दिखाई देता है तो हम उस तरफ मुड़ जाते हैं ना, हम आगे बढ़
Our
जाते हैं.
foreign policy is only towards the fascist government. Trump was a fascist. Russian, they are fascist. Italy की क्या है, मेलिना क्या,
मेलेनी.
she is fascist. जो इंडियन ओरिजिन का जो प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफ
ऋषि
इंग्लैंड
सुनक.
था, फासिस्ट ऋषि सुनक. उससे
नेतन्याहू.
पहले, इससे पहले जो था इंग्लैंड का, ही इज ए फासिस्ट.
नेतन्याहू.
Netanyahu is a fascist. Fascist in the sense that sometimes it is hate. Hate is the essence factor in all these. Sri Lankan, where our intelligence and our government failed. The problem comes that India goes and sees to any other country only with the business in mind, not the strategic interests. And in Bangladesh, which is the current issue of discussion, is that Bengalis, they do not accept personalities. A Bengali will fight for a cause. Bengali will not fight against Hindus or Muslims.
करेक्ट.
Because had there been anti-Hindu, this our government wants to create a situation where the communal rights must start in West Bengal. Because in
You
that,
balance out, extreme को balance करना है.
yes. So otherwise Bengalis have a taste to fight for a cause, not to fight for individual. All through.
ठीक. तो ये जो पूरा ऑल आइज ऑन हिंदू बांग्लादेशीज एंड ऑल हिंदूज के साथ वहाँ हो रहा है, दिस इज बेसिकली एन एजेंडा ऑफ द इंडियन गवर्नमेंट और इंडियन एजेंसीज टू
और बीजेपी
क्रिएट
पार्टी
बीजेपी और मे भी और आरएसएस और मे भी एनीवन,
they should incite
वो सिर्फ एक रक्स फैलाने की बात है कि
they should
बांग्लादेश
incite Hindu in West Bengal to retaliate or to have some kind of communal passions
करेक्ट
in Indian
करेक्ट
West Bengal in under the pretext of that in Bangladesh Hindus were killed, whereas it is just reversal of that.
ठीक है. चलो, तो आई थिंक हम लोग पूरा समझ गए सिचुएशन को एंड बांग्लादेश की जो सिचुएशन है उसको आई थिंक वी ऑल वांट कि बांग्लादेश गेट स्टेबल अगेन. जो नए प्राइम मिनिस्टर आए हैं आई थिंक जो भी जिस भी एजेंडा से वो आए हैं वो पॉलिटिकल स्टेबिलिटी और पीस को और यूनिटी को दोबारा एस्टैब्लिश करें. एंड दैट इज इट फॉर द एपिसोड. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग डीप डाउन विद दीपांकर अलावर. आई थैंक आवर गेस्ट. थैंक यू.